did you do?
I did nothing.
You typed in...
You little gay boy.
I'm gay. Have you met yourself?
No.
Well, you should.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh dear Lord, there was a fire.
Oh wait, this isn't Persona. This isn't Persona.
Why did you say Persona? Oh yes, this is the new Persona game. Persona. Persona.
Alright, let's get down to business.
Change difficulty.
Do it. Be
No.
hard.
Whoa, I didn't know I am.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I guess it's going well.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments
Oh,
for who
that's
the
cool.
killer is
You see
and
on
vote
Weekend
for
it's a
who
plus
done
for like
it.
the...
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, they haven't done that since the first, since, that guy. What's his face?
What guy?
The chef.
The what?
The chef.
Oh yeah, Taro.
Yeah.
Another little bit.
If you vote correctly, then
Where's
only the
his
blackened
portrait?
will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Horse who's?
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
No, we just haven't...
I'm sure you guys
Yeah,
are
the camera angle,
starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
That does sound not pleasant.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I forgot that you can't hear it.
I can't.
I know, I said I forgot that you can't hear it.
I can still read.
Yeah, I know. But you're laughing while they're talking. And I do not appreciate it.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Cool.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is.
See about that, Tits McGee.
Tits, McGee.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it!
Akane! You seem to
There he
have
is.
an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m.
You discovered it? Bitch.
I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
It's so weird looking at the different
I love
heights of the
her last
portraits. Never mind. I never actually realized that.
Sonia never got
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Oh shit! Read it.
Oh my god.
I fucking love that. It's great.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Oh, that's great.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Akane has no idea what they're talking about.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously.
Thanks for ego.
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer.
Hold on, Akane. Look at her eyes.
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now. Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Chiaki with facts.
Damn. Roasted.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Damn, you don't have to be that cruel. Huh?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Huh?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell the weapon is just by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like the weapon was probably... Make your argument! Wire on the floor. Jesus Christ!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, you
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
I agree.
Damn it! I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
What's supposed to say? Oh. Wait. Did I say the wire when it said it's surprising?
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
Fucking love that.
No, the
pillar,
hammer!
huh?
The killer used that hammer
Pillar, right?
and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
Uh-huh.
That's right! It was a surprise beating!
Alright, it's not wire either.
Damn it!
Yeah, there goes my A+.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
Broken doorknob.
The weapon was right there.
No. I don't... Good night, button. Toto on the pillars on the front doors. It's over there. Pillar. Chain. Akane's account. Pillar fragments. Hey Jesus, what's up? However, there were no fragments on top of his body. I am not smart enough to be playing this game anymore.
The scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
Broken doorknob and the
The
wire.
killer used that hammer
Maybe the chain?
and beat
chain
the
has
crap
nothing
out
to
of
do
him!
with it.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right! It was a surprise beating! The weapon is decided!
No shit, Sherlock.
I guess we should figure... The weapon was right there!
That pillar.
No, the killer used and beat the crap out of him!
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right.
It was a surprise beating.
Controller's fucking up.
The weapon is decided.
What's suspicious of the hammer?
What do you mean about the hammer or?
Oh, I know that it's...
I guess
I
we
got
should
it.
figure out
That
the
was a
weapon
good clue.
first.
I like when you guys give me clues
The weapon was
without
right there at the
telling
scene
me.
of the crime.
It's great.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer
It's not... Well, there's a difference
and beat
between...
the crap out of him.
No, that's wrong!
Derpy's not here. Well, what's he gonna...
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
Can I drink?
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body. Just like human blood, right?
See, look, a hint like that. What's suspicious of the hammer? And then I was like, oh, because it's new looking. Which... It's like filling in a puzzle without just...
If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
That's true.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Uh-huh. Sure, Soda.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
We're very confident about the hammer, right?
It seems that was a waste of time.
Just like this whole trial.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle?
What?
I'm just assuming that this whole trial is cool right now.
If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it. If that has something to do with crime, and oil on it. The broken
I
toad.
see!
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon! Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar!
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
read that.
that
though.
pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body! With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid! He ain't the type to commit suicide!
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
Just, they're like, that had nothing to do with the thing at all. Oh, you're right. What? Why did you talk about it?
Oh, it's because Soda brought it up.
But it does bother me a little. That word, suicide. Bothered me a little too. By the way, the fourth member of the killing school life was apparently ruled suicide. Huh? No.
We're talking about the first game right there.
I know. The only reason I said huh was because Hajime did.
I know.
No. That shouldn't matter. There's no way when Nekomaru would commit
But that's
suicide.
a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
For reals
All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Shit. Thanks.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
No.
That's what everybody's thinking right now.
Hajime. The killer's Hajime. The killer murdered Nekomaru by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it?
There's no need to lift that
I
pillar.
did not mean to do that.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong!
I knew it was. I knew that's what it was. If they knocked it over,
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Yeah, see?
Huh?
That's what I was saying.
Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that
They
pillar?
could have, get this, pushed him.
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already!
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we?
Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
You're literally a waste of space.
What did you say?
Hachime's more of a waste of space, so.
Yeah, let's have the Hope Fetish guy be the main protagonist.
Hope fetish, definitely.
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you?
What? Better be nothing.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to
I
kill!
can't stand this character.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh, you're the only one that freaking did it, you bitch.
Ultimate weapon?
Ultimate weapon?
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. but I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
What? Hi, Derpy.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory.
Okay.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, you and your hamsters.
I am not been more confused in my entire life. Gundam is the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Someone wants that.
She wants the D.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
I have a feeling you know why, Soda.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Really, you know what it is, but yet you
The
want to
secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the
What'd you
symbols
say?
of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Except for Hajime?
Jesus Christ, brother.
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry
Yes.
Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
She's like poking you, resting her sense.
Oh. Faux show.
Should I get him?
If you want to.
Or should I come?
Well, he probably wants to go outside. And 2 houses are connected to the tower in the middle? I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. You did? I don't remember that. I don't remember.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
A strange feeling into. Hold on. Strange feeling in the tower. What the fuck
That's
is
a
that?
new one.
Oh. Okay.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
That's not important.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
That's also not important.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Okay. Yeah, I know
In
what.
truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same.
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong.
There's no break?
Break.
Both of those
Combo
towers,
breaker.
are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
Shut up.
Shut up, Sin.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange?
God, Pop.
When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said too much.
No. I hate when people do that.
What?
When they're like, they give you a clue, and they're like, oh, I said too much, and you're like, what? You haven't said anything.
Oops.
You didn't say anything.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Sonia, that was the biggest mistake of your life.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
You're about to get pwned.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Who are you? Marie Antoinette? Why are you on the floor? Trip over? No. Holy crap, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I decree that you're stupid.
There are many different ways.
If I miss one, I automatically can't go.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
I can't cut it. I couldn't cut it. I was literally moving.
There are
it
many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Do it. Oh, I don't have any more cuts left. How am I supposed to do it?
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar. He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
I missed so many things.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
What did she... What?
It seems you have forgotten.
I guess...
Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Doesn't make any sense.
Crap!
What am I...
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
That's not
Crap!
it. I'm just gonna keep using...
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Ha!
Crap!
I don't understand.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
What can't be moved?
Think about it. What thing with the body can't be moved? That you...
Crap!
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the pillar, the body, everything at the crime...
Allow me to cut through those words!
I honestly didn't see the oil spill like on the floor.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Thanks, Jesus, for the pick.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
And I'll elaborate more on that.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Yes, sweet Kane. Oh, I thought you were gonna play the guitar. I was like, what are you doing?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
What are you doing? Move the guitar.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
Yeah, take all the time you want to think.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties to the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. And the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who knows who has us clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determined? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? What? No, seriously, are there elephants upstairs? Like, what is happening? Did something happen?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
I see! He was the only one that did Monokuma Tai Chi.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
What did he see?
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
This is it.
And as he said that, he showed us a particular picture. But I don't care.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
What doesn't make sense in the picture? That.
Crap!
What is unnatural? Fucking trees.
Crap!
What is suspicious? Trees. What? This? Where?
Here! You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Oh yeah. The trees. I should have got that from the fucking trees.
I see. And is that it?
Miyuto said there's lots of things that don't make sense in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. I have to look at it more?
Yeah.
What? It doesn't make sense in this picture. Compare the picture to your previous layout of the building. I only have a fucking minute. There. Okay, well obviously it's not the
Crap!
tower. It's not the tower and it's not the trees.
Here!
I literally just guessed.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Dude, thinking is hard.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
Nice.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this.
Okay, well, he's like, symbols of hope, except for Hajime. Well, Hajime has been fucking carrying. So what have you been doing, Mr. Lucky McLuck? Oh, right. Nup!
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too,
That's
even
true.
though he's just a normal high school student.
Alright, Nikito, shoot the fuck up.
I got 2 words for you. Fuck you.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one time? Why, hello there, Hajime. Nikito, what are you doing here? Because I showed up. You showed up. How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Bro, it's something you already know you'd always done for. Okay, right now, but in the other trials, all he does is be like, "Ah, hope. Oh, why did they not kill me instead? Oh my god, I'm such a little bitch, baby." Now he's like, "Oh my god, how'd you guys not know this? Hajime is fucking stupid." Was that thing just now another hint to figure out the mystery behind the funhouse's structure? The reason Nikito appeared from the third floor. Using the photos he took, I might be able to find the answers if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Don't tell me it's spot. Oh, okay, logic dive. Whew.
It's not Hangman.
I thought it was gonna be Hangman's Gambit. I was gonna kill my. I forgot how to play. How do I play? Okay, I remember how to play. Well, I know it's run, but like, Oh, triangle is to jump, I forgot. I think I forgot up, I remember it, and then I just completed it. But how am I gonna accelerate? No, you can't swap controls. Oh, frick. No, I'm laughing at me. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Fuck. They exist. Yes. I don't know why it took me a super long time to come with that conclusion. It is run. Run.
It's only when the Chinese man talks. No, that's not racist. We're just sponsored by G Fuel.
Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or two different buildings? They're different buildings. We just said this. They're the same building. We just said it.
I'm just watching you bring your way through this.
I have enough life that it's fine.
As you slowly waste your life, it eats away at you until anything else.
There is none.
Actually, are we all just
Whee! Oh, that was not my fault.
No, it kind of was. We didn't just fuck you for being a smooth brain.
I literally. What was? Oh, now it wants to work. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned with each other? Horizontally. I meant vertically. I meant.
Yeah, because you went higher up.
I don't know why I thought horizontally. That was stupid.
Smooth brain.
I actually. You hate how Nagito acts during trial. You fucking hate the rival V3. I don't know why I thought horizontally was the answer, but you know,
Ah! It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Where's Strawberry House located? Above.
I see!
Let's go.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
Huh.
A quadrilateral and a hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Shush.
And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Yes, Monokuma.
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
I don't know because I haven't played it.
Exactly.
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Jesus.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Yeah, she's definitely not impressed.
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
That yelling like that's not gonna make. You know what? Do what you want.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was a fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
What? Squirtle the same place? I'm so confused.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was a fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
And big time simps? I'm not. Who am I simping for? No one.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
What am I supposed to use it on then?
Damn it!
I'm gonna solve this mystery.
Then hurry up!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay. Congratulations.
You mean a fake body?
Yes.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Yes. What?
Damn it!
I don't know. So
I'm gonna solve this.
Then hurry up!
One of the bodies was actually a.
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died. It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair! You.
So which one?
Shut up! Just pick one of them.
What is?
I'm gonna solve it.
Well, it's wires, but good night, but... I mean, it can't be the chain, though, because that has nothing to do with Nekomaru's body. Nerds, I can't fucking tell. I thought it was a wire.
This mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy.
You're magnificent! No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick
No,
one
I
of them.
didn't. Well...
I'm gonna solve this. And hurry up! One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to...
You're magnificent! No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. And hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
Go and fucking kill myself.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a... And hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Damn it!
Oh, I'm moving.
I'm
with
gonna
one
solve
health,
this mystery in
really.
a flash! And hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy! Damn it!
I don't. No. I don't. No. I don't know. 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 None of this makes any sense in my brain. I don't understand what's happening. I'm just... It doesn't make sense. Why would the wire not be it? Because there wasn't a wire
We will never
on
give
one
up.
of them, and there was a wire on the other one. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Monokuma's like, oh?
I'm not nervous at all. Okay, no, I can file for wire. Good night. The chain broken doorknob.
I'm gonna...
What's the Monokuma file say? The wire was on both? What's the difference between the pictures? I can't. I tried your suggestion. I tried mech body on dummy, but I didn't do anything. Dude, I'm
To solve this mystery in a flat. And hurry up! One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct...
You're magnificent! No fair! So which one?
Fast
Shut
forward
up!
to it.
Just pick one of them.
Fast forward through it.
I'm gonna solve this. And hurry up! One of the bodies was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy.
You're magnificent! No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick one of them. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a... And hurry up! One of the bodies was actually a dummy.
You mean a
I'm actually
fake
good
body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy.
You're magnificent! No fair! So which one was...
such a dummy.
Yeah, because it's being.
I have an idea. I don't know if
It's a fake bot. Shut up. Just pick one of them.
Dude, his brain actually got smooth.
it's probably not gonna work.
We're gonna see the unsmooth
I'm gonna solve
brain.
this mystery in a flash. Then hurry up, dumbass. One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Fuck.
It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick one of them!
It's gonna take me like 4 hours on just this fucking question because I don't understand.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
I don't know why I don't. I just...
Then
don't-
hurry up,
I don't
dumbass!
understand. It's not making any sense in my head.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
I know you're wrong.
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
I had to try it, okay?
Just read it.
The magnetic field was unleashed just...
No, not that. No, that. What?
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
No, wait, just don't even shoot a bullet this whole time. Fast forward to
Then
the
hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies was actually a...
You mean a fake?
Nekomaru died. It should be possible to...
You're magnificent!
No fair! So which one? Shut up! Just pick one of them!
A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed. Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is it something that even possible? So I'm trying to prove that it's not possible? How am I supposed to... Oh, I can do that.
Again, I told you it's up to you.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash! Then hurry up, dumbass! One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy! Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Strange feeling of Taylor. Wire.
Hurry up,
Goodnight,
dumbass!
A goodnight button. Tipped over.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Goodnight pillar.
was actually a dummy!
My favorite bullet is Goodnight Killer.
Oh. You'd be surprised at every stream. Goodnight pillar. I was reading Goodnight button and pillar at the same time.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash! Then hurry up, dumbass!
How am I supposed to...
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
I'm just gonna...
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Chain.
Then hurry up,
Let's try chain.
dumbass!
Let's try chain.
One of the bodies in one of the towers
Let's try this one.
was actually a dummy!
Nope.
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a
Broken
flash!
doorknob.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
Yeah, that definitely has something to do with
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy!
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight! So which one was the fake body? Shut up! Just pick one of
You're
them!
also... You're waiting for an amount of time where I just... have no idea anymore.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash!
Alright, we're gonna do
And
it.
hurry up, dumbass!
I know that it's...
One of the bodies
very
in one of the towers
annoying watching me do it over and over.
was actually a dummy!
Thank you
that's
guys.
wrong!
You guys are great. No, I was eventually gonna do it. I was going through all of them.
I just said bing bong.
Nekomaru's
No, I know
body
that.
wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
No, I know. I'm saying like,
Alright, back to the game.
if I would
Shut up,
eventually
back
have got it.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said...
Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right?
Guessing check is fun though, that's true.
The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh
I
joke.
feel like she wants him dead.
You are joking, right?
She just stared at him, dead face, did not say anything.
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see. That is disappointing.
That's great.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
I guess I am, sorta, you're right.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Escalator.
No!
I know what they're talking about, but I just want to say an escalator. A device like that? Device to transport things to different floors on the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Bah. Bah.
Have fun!
I know it's elevator. I just don't know if I can spell elevator correctly.
Well, you need to see.
Yeah, but I need Didn't mean to. I don't need an A. I do need an A. How do I spell elevator? No, no! Oh. This is stupid. I'm not good at spelling, okay? Spelling is definitely not my strong suit. O-R. I still think escalator, but...
I got it!
Look, escalator. That's...
You must be talking about an elevator.
No, I think he's talking about escalator, bruh.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself.
What's your strong suit? Oh, because I said spelling's not my strong suit, and Dirk, you said, what's your strong suit, then? My strong suit is being bad at video games that is entertaining.
The inside of the tower is one big elevator.
Jump force.
Jump force,
which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room.
Oh, that's
right?
cool. I would have never thought about that.
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Mine is cooking minute rice in 59 seconds. Dang, that's cool, Jesus. You have to teach me how to do that.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator... Then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
I'm a speedrunner like that. He said he can make mini rice in 59 seconds.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
Everything that has changed has in common. Oxygen.
Wow.
Big brain. Big brain.
That's smooth brain.
That's big brain, bro. They weren't thinking about oxygen. Clearly, I am a superior race than you.
Yeah, dumbassery.
The things that didn't change when we moved between the towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about all that stuff for a while now. And there shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all moved with the elevator. The things that they all have in common. They were all on the floor.
I see!
Big brain.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator? Only the floor.
I see! So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
True.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Ain't that right, Monokuma?
Yeah,
Are you Monokuma?
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
Well, we haven't even made it halfway through yet.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
Halfway, because it hasn't been intermission yet.
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like you said, I could probably use these parts to repair that button, but... Seriously? Hold on. Even if you repair the button, what's gonna happen to the chain on the other side of the door? Chain? The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around its doorknob. Even if you fix the button on the strawberry side, the door won't open as long as the chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all, huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
She's a simp. She wants the dick.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now they mention it, I completely forgot about that matter.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If those two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back is facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower is on my left. Why do I sound like L from Death Note? How can I break through this contradiction? You don't. Problem solved. Connie's gonna be gonna freaking heck.
If the
freaking heck. Contact color. Are you okay? Apparently, that's not a problem. I don't know. I haven't seen this. I don't know. I haven't.
Two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Which means your reasoning
is clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonia have matching arguments. Sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct? Thanks for the help.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Nagito was supposed to be at Strawberry House, but he appeared at Grape House via some unknown method. The contact elevator should have been broken.
Move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, The towers are in opposite directions.
Damn it!
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Why am I so stupid today?
Wait, you're not this stupid every day?
No, I don't feel like I'm this stupid. I feel like I can normally get through trials easier than how I'm having a tough time with this one.
Today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
if the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
I have
Damn it!
What the fuck? Now I'm supposed
If the two houses are connected vertically,
I got it.
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Oh, I had the wrong thing. Fuck. I had the.
Which means your
I know what I'm
reasoning
supposed to do, but I had the wrong truth bullet out.
It's clearly contradictory.
Yeah.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
Okay, I will. And when I get it right,
If the two houses are
you're gonna
connected
look dumb.
vertically,
The elevator should move.
You're like, are you
vertically,
sure?
not horizontally.
It's like when you're like, I don't
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you,
know. I'm
the towers are in
99%
opposite
positive.
directions.
Oh my god. He's gonna fucking shoot me.
Damn it!
How is that not it? What else would it be?
The two houses.
What else would it be? What else would it be? I don't know what else it would be.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay. I don't know what to do. It doesn't make any sense. None of this shit makes any sense. None of this shit means anything.
Are connected vertically,
No, it doesn't. It
The
does
elevator
not
should
make
move.
sense.
vertically, not horizontally.
It doesn't
However,
make
at both houses, if the contact elevator is
trying
behind you,
to.
the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
Right now, I can't think straight.
It's clearly
No.
contradictory.
What's with this
Gonna
iron curtain of
fucking drink some
teamwork?
vodka in the phone.
if the two houses are
Not
connected
contact.
vertically,
Not that. It's not that.
The elevator should move.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that.
Vertically,
it's
not
that.
horizontally.
It's not that. It's not that.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
if the
I'm
two
losing
houses
my
are connected
sanity.
vertically,
The elevator should
This
move.
doesn't make any
vertically, not horizontally.
goddamn sense.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Okay, well, how is that wrong?
Which means your reasoning...
It's clearly
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
If the two houses are connected vertically...
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
Don't even talk to me right now.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you.
Oh, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange.
I thought it was his account, but I was like, I don't know where to put it. I thought the vertical, because they were talking, they were talking about it going vertical, so I thought that was correct.
From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
That's cool.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
If you ever need me, if this ever happens for some reason, you should not put your faith in me.
If this ever actually happens, you're gonna be the soda of the group, and me and Jeremy are gonna be like, no, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong!
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Go, no, that's wrong!
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House
until I finally do that one thing
appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
Probably the soda part of the group.
No, that's wrong.
It rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Ain't wrong.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun!
I love Monokuma-san.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear! So I was never human to begin with!
Chat when you try to figure out something yourself. Well, that's true.
I'm different from these lowly humans!
Oh, wow!
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right?
Oh, wow!
Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Falco! Punch!
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What's the Octagon? It is an 8-sided shape.
I see!
I know that much. 8 sides.
Octagon!
Recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Okay, if I actually got that wrong,
I would have
that would have been super bad.
Dude, I would have smacked you hard.
You get what's at your chat right now.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Yeah!
I love that.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
The place befitting of the name Octagon is probably... Is there an octagon? Is there an octagon? That's an octagon.
Nope.
Oh no,
Crap!
it's not. It's 6-sided. Shit. Damn. Fuck. It's an octagon.
Crap!
It's an octagon.
Crap!
Where's a
Hey, how about, the one thing that you didn't click?
Crap!
No, the other thing that you didn't click.
Well, I clicked on everything.
If you need me guys, I'll be shooting myself.
This is my...
Oh man, bro, we got it
never give up.
wrong. That sucks.
I'm not gonna tell him. Fine, I'll tell him. It's octagon. Oh. It's octagons.
Mario, yeah, okay. It's definitely this.
Crap! Crap!
You were failing this.
I can't rotate it. There's nowhere I clicked on everything.
Did you click on everything?
I clicked on everything.
Go ahead.
I clicked on that. 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 I clicked on the floor. I clicked on something that's not even a part of it.
Yeah, just click on the right part. I'm not allowed to tell you the right part.
I know you're not, but...
We all know he will get it on accident. You are correct. He will somehow blindly just go, yay! And then he'll get it right. And then I'll be like, man. Stop clicking the floor!
What am I supposed to click at?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing. The floor of anything.
Here!
There you go!
Yeah.
It's both of them
You're
combined.
talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
I definitely knew that. I was making sure you guys knew that.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
So you have 2 extra sides.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Nice. See, once again, I know what the octagon is. But do you guys know?
That's basically the gist of it.
Like, I wanted to shoot myself that whole
The
time.
true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Yes, you are. Don't worry, guys. I'm having a mental breakdown right now.
Oh, of course that makes sense on why that would be called the octagon.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse, which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
I think it's more than alcohol. Is the acid kicking? Is the coke kicking? And you see the way you see how he's looking right now. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Find out! Next time on Dragon Ball Z!
Now we're in the midway point.
It only took me...
Hiya!
It took me an hour and 35 minutes.
It took me 30 minutes to get through the whole thing. Well, not the whole trial, but you get the whole thing.
Why, hello there. I thought it was a new bad word to call Monami. I can't. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say right away. I'm already a insulting slander. There's no way they're writing my word. Monami, it's a serious difficulty. Oh wait, there's more. That's more straightforward than expected. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect gesture attack, incorporating all three of the words must be. Ta-da! Stupidly. What? There's a fat-headed in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now. Monami is a serious stupfatly.
Stupidly.
Fat potato.
But wait, there's more. You can get all of this.
It's gonna pay me $95.
Why would I do that? I don't have $95.
Hello. I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
Fucking music's banger, bro.
I can't do shit.
Cranked it all the way up.
Oh, really?
Jeffy said you're full of shit. And there's no way that you got the intermission in 30 minutes.
My heart's thumping like crazy.
You said that you couldn't do it in 30
I
minutes.
might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Well, yeah, if you know the answers, then yes.
Yeehaw!
I could do it in 30 minutes.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
I can't believe it! Oh well, it's fine.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
Who's Mekumaru's killer is a question of the hour, because there's no way I'm beating this in less than an hour.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
You don't know what retract means? Retractor. That was a joke. I know what retract
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
True.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Jesus.
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with the blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilizes the building structure. So, what was Nekomaru's cause of death?
Well, I'm not telling you.
I don't think it would be falling. Falling.
I see!
Yes.
That's it? I think he might have died from falling.
Yes! 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 See, I should doubt myself more
Wait,
often.
2020. I don't think it's falling. Choose falling.
I think I should doubt my observations more often, because if I don't think it's something, it probably is it.
What happened to the drinks earlier? You're like, no, put them in the back seat. Should have doubted that. Should have.
I'm going to kill you.
Why?
Because Hangman.
Died from falling?
Don't pop off, you guessed. I did not guess. Okay.
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the
Where
method.
are you going? Okay, bye. Okay.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
When Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? So I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident. Well, I mean, yeah. No, I was letting you sit over here like you were before. That's why I was waiting. You freaking! I wasn't handing you the controller. I was just moving out of your way. If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve the mystery next. Actually, I don't like this. I would rather do this than anything else. Definitely.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
I have an idea.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Unsmooth brain?
I have an idea.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on! Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object...
No, that's wrong!
First try.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain, before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Damn.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?!
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Shaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Oh, I swear to God, it's okay. I thought it was gonna be Hangman's Gambit. I was going.
That's just a closes in on you.
I don't know.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No, it's not.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
That's probably something.
What about the oil on the floor?
That's nothing.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
That's something.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
If Nokumaru was inside the elevator, how do you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Crap!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop...
Shane, that has literally nothing to do. Nikimaru's body and left leg were tied up with metal wire. The tip of the wire is also tied to the loop. On the floor, that happened after he died, so that's not important. The tipped over pillar happened after he died, so also not important. New looking hammer, that has nothing to do with it. Chain, nothing to do. Kane's account, nothing to do. Pillar fragment happened afterwards. Yuhiko's account, nothing. Wall clock, nothing. Contact elevator. You get out of here. Strawberry Hall is about to not important, and you all of a sudden, no, not important.
Drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I didn't think it was, but I just...
Crap!
Getting that out of the way.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence,
Got the right
pest.
person to agree with?
Don't be so cold.
I agree with two
What if I
people.
start to enjoy it?
What was the last one you agreed with?
Kurihiko. So, wait, how does that have anything to do with anything else?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop...
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with that.
Let's go. The wire. I knew the wire had to be something important.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Nekomaru.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh, here's some soda.
I don't want to deal with...
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off.
How many cuts
There's
did you
no
get?
way they could do that. Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru in is just impossible. End of story.
I am visually confused. Of course it's obvious to you, you know what the answer is.
Well, it's also obvious to me watching it, too.
I don't know what my truth bullets are.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Yeah, true.
Crap! What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that sleep mode, but in that case,
Hammer trapped over
you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Neko is just impossible. End of story.
What did he do? Has nothing to do with him still being in sleep mode.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Yeah.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want, but in that, you still won't be able moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside. Damn it! Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I can't back down!
I got it. I got it. I got it.
How? Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push. There's no way they could do that.
I can't back down!
I'm like mashing the shit out of
It doesn't mean
mine.
someone had to push him off.
It's possible that he...
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me to cut through those words!
I was thinking radio clock. That's what I was thinking of.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
Oh, see, I meant when I didn't see the.
trying to throw you off.
I didn't see the alarm thing, so I was like, oh, the clock. So.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. And the reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full power. Oh. With the fierce sword, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both his hands. But... Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Go. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That really was it. It was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Jeez.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Damn.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
So technically he killed himself.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
That it was a suicide.
You can't rule out that it was a suicide.
Yes, you can, because somebody tied him up. And
But he fell on his own accord.
Because he's panicking because, like, the killer set him up.
True.
So it's not a suicide. That's why you're doing this class trial.
Well, we had a class trial for the other one that was a suicide.
Trust me, the first and second game will not be exactly the same.
It has been.
I will say this, there is a murder that you do in this
If
trial.
it doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed, it doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell forward, the only thing I can think of happened was...
Cola came out of his eye.
He collided with the killer.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there,
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Can we just not have contradictions?
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. I feel that. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to break through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
No! Oh, no! I know, I got it. Don't tell me, I got it.
We headed for Grape Tower
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was
No, I
set
was
for 7.
talking to-
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and
No,
one of
I was
those
talking
must be an
to,
illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering.
I already got it.
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
How is that not it?
Damn it!
How was it they messed with the wall clock.
We headed for Grape Tower
They messed with the wall clock. How is that not it? I thought it was smart. But apparently not.
before 7 a.m., I am certain.
I don't give a shit.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest
What the?
was set for 7:30 a.m.
No, it's not. It's rated M.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
I'm only having smoothie.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Man,
That's
timed
gotta
that
be it!
really good. But not as good as when you try to cipher the Sky Dragon.
That was impeccable timing. With Cypher the Sky Dragon. It really was. I don't even know how I timed it. You thought you were smart? I thought I was at some point.
Not funny.
We headed for Grape Tower
Radio clock. And the clock in Nekomaru's chest receives radio waves at fixed intervals and automatically adjusts itself time it's up. Basically, it's an amazingly precise clock that can be tampered with, not even set the time. I got it. Cool. I got it. So.
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7. Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside
No,
that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Thank you, Jesus. You are so good.
No, the clock inside his
kind.
chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Can you be quiet? I'm trying to pay attention.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I shipped out the testimony. I shipped out the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. Oh no, it's that mystery. Oh, thank God, okay. I'm so happy that it was not Hangman's Camp because I had no idea what it was. D-pad time. D-pad time.
This just reminds me of the song Shooting Star.
It is a shooting star game. I don't know. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Mario Kart. What did Hajime and all the others misunderstand? Who the killer is, where the murder happened, what time. Yeah, I know what it was. I was reading all of it. I apologize. I apologize for not caring. I do like this logic dive.
It's a fun minigame. Imagine if they made a secondary game and it's just this.
Well, they couldn't do that because it's just run.
Yeah, they could make a better version of Run.
Oh, you mean Run 2?
You mean Run 5?
How am I supposed to do that? Literally, I don't know. I can't make
that. Have you ever played a game like this, or...
I've played Run, but I haven't played it in such a long time.
No wonder you suck.
Thanks.
You should play Run before you actually play this game.
You're supposed to jump on it, right?
Your smooth brain would enjoy a game of Run once in a while.
How is that not it? There's no other buttons besides move, go forward, go slower, and jump. I am pressing the dash button. I was too busy looking at you.
I was focused on the game.
That.
Man, there's no wrinkles in this brain. That's very smooth.
Gonna lose all my life on this one fucking jump.
If you do, it's gonna be a top 10 smooth brain moments.
How did it happen?
Hey, if your life doesn't run out, the time will.
Oh shit!
You're screwed either way. You can't make this jump.
Come on! I made it! Yes!
Watch me fall off another place. Right.
I don't even know how I did. I don't even know how I did it the first time. But I'm doing it another time right afterwards.
Dude. Great. This is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. That's backwards logic. Yeah, you already lost time.
Get out of time on one fucking jump. Oh.
This is my... We will never give up!
I do know how to fix it. I do know how to do the jump now.
You still have 1 minute and 10 seconds to do it all.
I got it. Don't even worry. This logic dive, easy. Not gonna mess up. Did I ask for your opinion? I have 6 minutes, bro.
Oh, it's just the time you started,
Shit. You should probably not say that out loud. I am stupid. I'm not even gonna make it back to the first question.
You're so smooth playing
Oh, they changed it! They changed it!
Yeah,
oh no. I was,
you good?
I figured out that they changed it, okay?
I think your mind actually broke this time.
Oh yeah, didn't Monokuma say that they all missed it? No, yeah, because he was talking about earlier, he was like, I can't believe you all missed the Monokuma Taichi. Fuck.
You would be correct.
So...
You didn't say that. And if you kept that in your head, like, this is also a memory thing. I know it's something new usually, right? But it is called a memory game as well, because memory is...
How? That's bullshit.
Alright, that one I will say was bullshit, and that he should have been on it, but at the same time...
That one was not my fault.
I'm gonna say maybe he should have timed it better. Somehow, I guess.
I don't know how I could have timed that any better. Okay, I'm gonna make it to the second question.
Finally.
Which clock was tampered with? The building's clock.
Hopefully the jump's done. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing that's been giving me hard time.
Have fun with this. You're so big brain individual. Your brain's swelling up with how much smoothness it's getting. It's becoming a ball. Here, my dude.
Alright. Which house had both houses had their own time? I'm 100% sure that both of them had their own time. Well, it took me 2 tries. It shouldn't have taken me 2 tries.
Hang on, let's see. How many jumps you missed? 1.
Hey, all of them were...
Yellow?
all of them were yellow.
Yeah, because
it's all coming together!
Go through easier since it's
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's 30 minutes. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna reach the truth in one go. Or maybe it's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 7:30. What did you say?
If the time in the building was all messed up,
That's right.
Then we can only rely. The time of was clearly 7.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
There you.
Damn it!
Wait, what?
if the time in the building was all messed up,
Then we can only rely. The time of was clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when he...
I agree with
Okay,
that.
that was right. Are you just gonna go over there editing now? You're just done? Okay, I don't need you.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
we heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
That rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30. It was 2 hours.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they translate out just Nekomaru's, it would be... Massage time.
Damn it!
The clock's alarm. That doesn't make sense.
Damn it!
No, that's wrong.
I see!
How is that only going to affect him? Oh, because he's the only one that knew what time it
The
was.
killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m., and if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez, how outrageous. I seem to expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turns out, But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
It's whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Who doesn't have an alibi? Oh no, I'm just gonna start guessing. It's Gundam. I'm joking, it obviously wasn't Gundam.
Crap!
Who doesn't have an alibi? Okay, so Fuyuhiko, who has an alibi? They were in different rooms. Alright, is Nagito the one that didn't see it?
You're the only one!
Yay, I did it!
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Only people who didn't hear the rumbling sound noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is, what these three have in common? Could this be, could this also be secret points for the killer? Fuck. I don't know what the secret is! They all have depression. I know where to hit harder. Del. Delrex. Del. I don't know what it is. What haven't I fucking used? I don't know. Oh, deluxe. I don't know what the other word is. What? I do want to play, but I have to finish this first.
It's Hajime because no reason is required.
That's what I was saying about Makoto in this game. There's no reason why I should be Hajime. No one was thinking it was him, but you know.
It's just Hajime now because he keeps on trying to talk about it.
This is my... We will never give up!
Okay, so it's deluxe. Deluxe rooms. Because they were noise cans, they couldn't hear it because they were on deluxe rooms because they couldn't hear anything. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got 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 it. I didn't even look at Jesus's hand. I was just thinking about it. It's fine. Deluxe rooms. I need it. E.
It's true, he didn't look at your hints. Oh, you have to, you know, sell it in the right way.
Oh, really? I would never thought about that. Thank you.
You're also dying, but...
I don't see an L.
I fucking hate this. Fucking sucks. Tetris? I would rather play Tetris. Deluxe. Can I get a you, please? Tetris music is good. What's your problem? Oh, Tetris music all the way. Deluxe. I know how to spell rooms. Thank you. Well, I know how to spell it now. I just didn't know what the word was before. Well, I know what the word. I know I can spell the word right now because I know what the word is. What do the three of us all have in common? Fucking gay.
You're gay.
Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Deluxe rooms. I did it.
I got it! Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's pretty decent. And the grooming room has severe airflow and draft problems.
That's not
The
my
reason we
Monica
could
voice, I
not
do it.
hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Damn.
Now then,
The
you
way
guys
Hajime
must
looked was like,
understand by now,
what?
right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. I don't! Do you ever feel dumb after you figure out something? Literally everything. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. How am I supposed? How the fuck am I supposed to figure that shit out? Fuck, am I supposed to get? It could be fucking anyone. I don't know, fucking Gundam.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
You know what? You should read the code of the Super Duper now. Because it's guess as you slowly die.
How the fuck did I guess that? I'm not popping off. I started coughing because I don't understand. I don't know how I got that. I literally just, it was a random guess.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
How is that obvious? How is that from what the clue was deluxe rooms? How did I get Gundam from a room that he's not even in? That doesn't make any fucking sense. How?
But he was there.
Yeah, I know what you meant. He obviously wasn't a prime suspect at that point.
But think about it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
There you go.
I forgot that he was in the deluxe room.
There's the explanation right fucking there.
I forgot he was in the deluxe room. I don't remember every single room every fucking character was in.
You need to remember stuff in this game.
I tried to, but only thing how was I supposed to remember that? That was such a tough fucking detail. Oh, I can't remember every minute little detail that this game throws at me.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Dude, Sony is a...
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
I'm sorry that I couldn't remember that he had a deluxe room. Out of all the things that this game makes you fucking remember, and all the things I have to remember in my everyday life, I'm sorry that I couldn't fucking remember. And it's also been like 2 days since I've last streamed this. So yeah, guys have to give me a little bit more credit. I've had a lot of other things I've been thinking about since then.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower.
Yeah. I know, I had to remember all the shit that I was doing in my life.
Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed
if you not
Nekomaru,
see me, I just went around in
the killer was
circles like,
already at the
fucking
tower.
Gundam. I don't know.
And once they tried to go back,
No, I didn't know.
they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
Yeah, but I also couldn't help the fact that I haven't streamed this in a long time. I tried to, but shit kept popping up. I didn't have the opportunity to.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus. It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld, the lowing for a second. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself and my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
2, 4. Wait, so there's 4. Wait. Yeah, 6. Right. 4, 8, 12, 6. Yeah, that was right. Yes. And there's 4 of them. Seems to 16. Oh wait, 4. Oh shit, you're right. I was multiplying by 4 instead of 2. I don't know why I did that. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
I guess you're both wrong.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human.
Wait,
the soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Oh, 4 dark days. I only saw 3. That's right.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
Fucking just do it. Just do it. Do it.
You know, Hajime, this class trial,
I do think Gundam is
this
the killer.
killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! Hey! What do you mean the
Didn't you
class
ask me who
trial
I
is
thought it
just
was?
the opening act?
Yeah, I think it's Gundam.
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so
Yeah, this is a
painfully
fucking
bored
shit
that I might
outline.
develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
5 minutes.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
What, you think Gundam is a killer when he was the only one without an alibi? And all evidence points to him? Yeah, I get it that you're trying to be sarcastic. But I actually had no idea it was fucking Gundam. You're a genius, yeah.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing.
That's not true, because you could have gone through the final death room and you could have made it back.
Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is formed. There is no such thing as contradiction that can be overcome. Fuck!
That elevator was...
That's not what I wanted to be. I wanted to see that. Apparently it was looking at Grape House side, so the last person who was at Grape House. Well, I wish I could use that, because that would have been useful information. But no, I'm not going to do that.
the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
None of these are useful. So
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Why
don't we stop this already?
I grabbed secret passageway and then I used that on him. Bam, I got it. I got it. I got it.
That
Don't even worry
elevator,
about it.
the
I
only
got
means
it.
of travel, as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at
There's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an
Probably
accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was
The only means of travel between the two houses.
Fuck.
You missed.
Oh, shit,
Damn it!
I know what I'm supposed to do. I got it.
That
I don't
elevator,
even,
the
you don't
only
even
means
need
of
to
travel,
worry
as long as that
because
your
I know I'm not
assumption
even using my
plus,
truth
the elevator
because none of
broken at
those are
Grape House.
fucking
If the killer
useful.
cannot...
Since I was at Strawberry House, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much
Well,
longer?
you can
Why
have
don't
an
we stop this
accomplice,
already?
There's just no point in having one.
Yeah, because then they just die.
Well, it's not they'll die, they just won't be able to graduate.
That elevator was
Yeah.
the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, that's wrong!
Oh,
See, sometimes I have smart ideas.
he has a big
No,
mouth.
there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Hello, sir.
Oh, I didn't realize. I couldn't remember what
You're the only one!
I don't know how far away Nagito is from me.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
How much longer is this fucking trial?
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
That's not
There's
possible.
no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I don't.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
This is so
provided
hard.
you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed
I'm not
illusion.
good at using the
Shall I feed you to the
joystick
progeny
right
of vile deities?
Oh, come
Even
on, that's
if
in the
turbid
middle.
box
Oh
doesn't
my God,
exist,
bullshit.
you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
I'm not good at using
However,
the
how
fucking...
frail I say!
It's not
Your
even. It's just
decayed
fucking
illusion.
moving.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
That's bullshit! If it's in the middle, I should be able to fight! That's bullshit!
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What? That is bullshit. That was bullshit.
Let him form a... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let him form a line of like 3 or 4 words.
That was bullshit.
It was.
That was more than... That was all the way to its face.
Well,
even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Doesn't matter if I can. It doesn't go down farther. Like it does. Like if there's words all the way down there, I can't use the D-pad to make it go downwards because it only does those 4, and you can't do it on the fucking joystick.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Why I'm not able to fucking move on from this one.
However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I understand that.
I can't back down!
There you go.
That's bullshit! There's no impossible way! There's no possible way I wasn't spamming that fucking button.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple
very
planes,
upset right now.
provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't just do it all in one swoop because of the way the fucking controller is.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
No, that's what happens when I try to fucking wait.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
I'm not good.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
It should not. I was double fucking.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of...
I'm not lowering the fucking difficulty. It was gentle and then like hard, and I picked the medium, like the normal one, because there's really nothing hard about this game except
This is my
trials.
We will never give up.
Just stop. I don't care.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
That's bullshit! I was spamming
Even
like
if the
fucking
turbid
shit
box
out of
doesn't
X.
exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
I'm not in the mood. I'm not.
Provided
Don't
you
even.
use
I'm
a
not in the
spacious
mood.
wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say!
I'm never gonna refight Sans. I barely beat him the
Shall
first
I
time.
feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
I literally cannot press X any faster than that. I pressed it before it started. I was spamming it.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
Allow me to cut through those words!
I didn't know it was wire.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right
Please,
now.
we're not.
Hey, what
no,
do you...
Hajime, shut the fuck. Shut the fuck.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape
Oh, cool, I
Tower,
don't have to press X.
which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
This trial has been going on for ages.
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
I wanted to play Jump Force, but...
Maybe I'm just a
Looks like
human
we are doing
destined
that
for
now.
hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
That is a problem for most guys. I cannot finish.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
You won't hear it.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other...
I'm gonna do this shit, you know, the whole bullet shit, and then I'm gonna do the opening act, and then they're gonna vote, and then they're going to fucking do... I'm gonna fucking talk, and I'm the executioner, and then the chapter's gonna start, and then I'm going to not do this anymore.
You must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you don't have to. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Oh, you know it's at that point where I can't read anymore. Like, I can already not read in the first place.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you!
I do.
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
Slow down, please.
For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! It's Nekomaru's back! Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
That one was the easiest one.
No.
That one was the easiest one.
Great.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary is evil, and according to an ancient contract, this time has come for me to lend your aid. Pierce through! Supernova Silver Fox Sand E. Choo-choo-choo-choo, quick. Ah, I pressed the button. Truly, this is the skyline elimination art of the demon mouse. Fwahaha! Soon the door of our destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Yes, so.
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Oh shit. I thought I wouldn't have to do it.
You kind of have to. You still have to prove to everyone.
Well, wasn't that what he was doing?
He'll say that he admits it, and you need to persuade everyone else.
No, but I was saying, didn't, what's his head? Nagito do it? Yeah, because he was talking about it. I don't know what I'm thinking. He was talking about, he was going over the case with everyone. What?
Oh god, that hurt.
It is there. That is, I saw that picture already. So it's not that. Heard the rumbling noise. Well, it is important, but not with what I have. What's the fake weapon? I think. What? Destroy after leaving the tower. Light up on Nekomaru's. What? Oh wait, that's literally right there. Yeah. Dude, I'm so bad at this. Thank God. Okay, so that's there. Unless it's not that already, so... I don't have time for this. Okay, so... Alarm set for 5:30, it's 4:20 a.m. right now. Yeah, whatever, same fucking thing. I don't know where this goes, but I'm guessing there. I have no idea where this goes. Here. Stock 3. So all of this is basically done. Basically all of this is done. Have to go through.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
First try, high five on that.
Holy shit!
Let's first
I
go
was
over
so
the many
quiet.
tricks
I
the
was
killer
like
prepared
trying
before they
to
committed
focus.
the crime.
Go.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
Did it in the last trial of the first game.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours.
At least I don't actually know.
Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower, so he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That's pretty
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that!
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Yes.
I'm getting a really bad grade on this. There's no way that I should have got a B on that.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Oh, crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
whenever I'm trying to talk in front of the class.
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part. Gundam, Gundam, Gundam.
We found our culprit.
Out of pure luck, I mean pure skill.
I love how you said it was gonna be suicide. And I was like, oh.
It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys are correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed robotic Nekomaru is amazing. And the amazing fun was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. Hajime.
Shut
the fuck up.
It's almost 11 at night. Get it.
We can't finish yet until we hear from Gundam.
Jeez.
Are you serious?
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Why? I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to the one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It should just be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well!
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, but that is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You!
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then, I shall review it.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru into the tower. And that is what happened. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down.
Man, what a great fight.
And that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked his life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked his life and death?
Let me tell you
He was
this.
serious, too. He gave his all to try and kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru, you really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We're all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it's still wrong.
I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you
However,
this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about it. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us just to wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean you'd rather die?
Fall,
Ever
my
since we were
tears.
locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it... No. Even though I want to. That is what it means to live. If you say killings for the sake of living is evil, then what you call living by itself.
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is vandalism of a natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You!
Are you saying that all you tried to do to justify what you did?
But...
That's not what she said at all. But it sounded like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why he fought, right?
Damn it!
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall,
but
my tears.
Even so, don't you think it's better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I did it once, but I compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam. Oh, that's me. Gundam. Don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, the history's greatest monster.
Ha!
My curse existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like
not
dust
a million,
in the wind.
not in billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of phenomenon, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun starts. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed!
Yay, got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait!
Please wait.
This is
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please, Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
Please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia, an act of unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not benefit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam.
Did that say befit? I'm really trying. I've been awake for more than 12 hours. I'm really trying.
It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction, that is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
How long do you think it takes for him to do its makeup? and his hair.
Wild.
I don't know why, that just came to my head.
That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously!
No, he's just a breeder, bro. I wonder what happened to his arm.
That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
I do want to see its execution.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Man, I really wish I got to hear Monokuma say that. It's my favorite line.
It's punishment! I'm joking, I can't do it. Game over, Gundam has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Game over, Gundam has found guilty. Changing animation style.
Changing animation style.
Yes! Monokuma! Is he gonna breed all of them? That'd take a while.
No, he's gonna pull the ultimate thing.
What if they survive their execution?
They're not supposed to.
No, I'm just saying, like, the people that are supposed to be executed, what if they survive?
Monokuma's supposed to. See, this is why I say this.
For someone who really want to get his execution over with, he's sure is trying hard to survive. What did he think that sand was going to do? Oh no. Puss in Boots?
You know how he said that he wanted to go to hell?
Uh-huh. Damn, that's so cute. Oh, seriously, how long did it take for him to do his makeup?
I can't believe that's all you got out of that.
No, cause like the fucking lightning bolt on his eye, right? Like
maybe that's a scar.
That might be. Gundam! No, no! Yeah, that's true, I guess.
What did he say?
He said it. He did it to protect the Fort Dark David's destruction by distracting the Stampede. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still linger deep our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I? I'm so sorry that I've been awake for fucking. Okay, so 7. What's else? So 8, 9, 10. I've been awake for 15 fucking hours straight. I think I deserve to have a little bit of leeway for reading out loud, especially in different voices.
Not with the Grammy.
Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spent so much time worrying about each other. Thanks to that, things end up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Damn it. Why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer, clearly. But staying up late is fun, yeah, it is. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. They don't know that. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Stand up and walk.
No.
Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that!
Hey!
Me.
So how long are you guys gonna sit around there chatting? This class show is over. It's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip overseas is usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you guys gonna keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is this gonna keep doing this?
Battle Royale.
How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright. After feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. So you able to eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec. That loot ship, it's too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Yo, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
She's certainly something else. Time for the best 2 chapters in the series, in my opinion. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey!
Then let's get back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end once again, and we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite all that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about this dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight.
Oh, who?
Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to attain so much valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way that file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they're way too busy with other matters, or maybe they've just reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive
damn
you.
it.
This should not be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me
It's
my life.
obvious.
For the sake of hope, I can't not ignore this.
Hope that is right.
How many days left?
Monokuma appears!
Alright, Monokuma arrived to summon me.
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's a lonely little Nikito. Are you all alone today too?
What's the matter?
So, what's up? Your face looks scary.
I see, so you can tell.
Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is.
You know me well.
Well,
Is what I like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet.
I see. So, even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown's gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? You finally gonna confess your love?
hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really needed to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead row.
Oh yeah, what about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file received. Isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person. Total number seems to be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But the file contains documents that were created at Hoshi Academy,
Of
right?
course.
That's right. I just reused some stuff from the former headmaster spent a long time
What?
making.
If that file contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hoshi Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey,
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into this file? Were you able to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to keep things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my
Right.
point. My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting all
Well-
riled up.
You're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But still, I don't know who it is. Why do you think I ignored it on purpose?
Oh, even though I know who it is, I fucking can't read.
Just like Monami after losing her magic stick, the traitor's excuse means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is evil. Is Evil Future Foundation's lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
It's not exactly entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fulfill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well, I knew you'd say that.
Besides, I want to be able to just handle the sadness when you invent and then leave betray me later on.
Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what the situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, step-ladders such as myself in despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about. As if as someone's worthless me can remind you of another person. Then they must be extremely unlucky. I know exactly what he's talking about. Big brain.
Like...
Hog moment.
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Wow.
Am I? I think I'm actually very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rare opportunity?
I wonder who Monokuma is talking about.
I wonder who Monokuma is talking about.
Probably talking about Monokuma.
He's talking about himself. I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become the existence of that could even be called ultimate hope. He said maybe Sayaka. You two are like, you definitely remind me of Makoto. Him.
Hey,
there's one thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is that person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
If that's the case, if that person's already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting?
Same voice actor, too. True. Can the chapter just be fucking over already? How many days are left? Tell me, Monokuma. 5. That's like a whole hand.
Dipshit.
Yes! Chapter 4, The Ultimate Robot's Dream of Clockwork. And remaining students 7. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa. Obtain present. You obtain the present Hellhound earring. The one that he lost? Yep. Predictive your current progress. I would like to save I would really love it. Please never talk to me again.
Get soft locked at the end.
Alright. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. And thank you guys for roasting the shit out of me for the class trial.
Woo!
So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'm out. That's not what I wanted.
You smooth brain?
It's okay.